Hello everyone, and welcome to my very first episode of my brand new YouTube channel, where I've been working on this project for a few years now, and I'm excited to officially show everyone what I've been working on. And this is all going to start with this train station. I'm going to be honest with you, this was a blank area for a very long time because of how daunting I thought it was going to be, but it turns out it actually wasn't that hard to do. And actually the hardest part about this build was this particular parking lot. Because it's so close to that bridge, it was really hard to try to figure out how I'm going to blend that parking lot with the side of that bridge. And as you can see, I'm not really nailing it just yet. But I decided to table it and come back to it when I kind of have the inspiration and kind of figure out what I'm going to do with it. The most important thing I've learned about building over the years is it's best to not rush things and wait for your building abilities to kind of catch up to what you're seeing in your head. Otherwise, it's going to feel rushed, it's not going to come out right, and it's going to kind of demoralize you as you go forward. And I think a really good example of that is this train station. I knew I wanted there to be a station here. It's going to be very aesthetically pleasing, have a lot of details. It's going to be a focal point of this area, so it had to look right. But instead of rushing it and just letting it fall apart and have it not live up to expectations, I waited and waited, let my skills and my motivation catch up to me. And then when I finally did go after it, I was able to actually do it and make this vision come to life. Honestly, I think it's worth the wait because I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. So the idea behind this route is that it's a fictional, non-fictional kind of route, whereas these scenes that I'm creating, they actually do exist, but they're not actually connected. So I'm taking all these places that I know about and combining them into one single route. So kind of like a storyboard to my life. But that brings about its own sets of challenges. Like I said, these scenes don't actually exist together in real life. And here I am, putting them together as if they did. And quite frankly, it makes it even more challenging when you just don't know that much about trains to begin with. But it's fine, it looks cool, I'm having fun. And hopefully, we can all make this make sense together. And because these scenes that I'm making actually do exist, I'm curious as to how many of you guys recognize the scenes that I'm making. Remember, it's not exactly how it is in real life, but it should capture the essence. I'm trying to figure out how to separate that cobblestone from that red pathway. So I used that curb, but it didn't really look that good, so I ended up switching it out for the median, which looked much better. I really love this wall. I think it looks really good with these plants. Here I am putting down some trash cans and some station lights to really add that visual noise, that detail, make it feel like it's lived in. So that was supposed to be like a memorial or something. I ended up just putting a tree there because I couldn't quite figure out how to do it. But I think it's a good way still to break up the monotony of the sidewalk. Looks good, so I'm gonna keep it. So this was supposed to be a basic park with some walkways, but then I was curious if I could build like a little kid's train loop here. So I used this track and retraced the path instead, but I kind of got really inspired to a point where I spent way too much time playing with the little Thomas Tank Engine and programming all the triggers for the whistle, the bell, the crossing gates. To be honest, I kind of forgot that I was building a train station here, but I had so much fun. It was one of those few times where I kind of felt like a kid again, you know, when you're riding around in a little toy train. I had a blast. And honestly, that's what this is kind of about, you know, enjoying the things that you like, the hobbies, the cool things about trains. And I kind of got a taste of that, and it felt nice. And I liked it so much that I doubled the length. You can't see it in the recording here, unfortunately, but you can see in the intro and the outro that the layout is twice as big than what you're currently seeing. I think it came out nice. I will say, it is a new challenge trying to figure out what's important to show in the editing process. This train station probably took 5 hours to build, and I'm condensing it down to around 15 to 20 minute videos. So that's a lot to cut out and speed up. I'm figuring this out as I go, and I'm sure I'll get better as I do this more. Alright, working with this cobblestone spline here was really kind of difficult to get that circular effect. Something about the way it cuts, it was too choppy. So I tried multiple times, took quite a bit of time to do it, couldn't quite get it to work. And attempt number 2. I ended up scrapping it and going with the cobblestone paint instead. Because the brush is circular, I was able to get that nice round effect, and it just looks so much nicer. Yeah, and this road right here kind of became a problem. You can see that I'm tracing out the supposed pathway right there with my mouse, trying to figure out how I'm going to connect this all together. To be honest, I still haven't quite figured it out. I'm thinking it's going to be some sort of intersection, not a stop sign, but like with traffic lights, because that bridge is there. And full circle, now I'm working on that parking lot again. It's actually a pretty good idea, in my opinion, to switch this to grass, because then I can justify having a slope there with the grass. The only problem is trying to make it look good. Alright, I love this part. You ready? And it's clean. Looks so good. Yeah, I was tough trying to make that sidewalk connect to the little one, so I kind of had the little one connect straight into the corner. The ending effect is pretty good. I like it. Yep, and closing out this back area with a nice big parking lot. I was trying to avoid doing it because parking lots are kind of exhausting to make, but they're good space killers, and if you do them right, they can actually look really good. And this song means that the time lapse is coming to an end. This is my first time doing this kind of thing, you know, filming, editing, talking into a mic, and sharing my thoughts. I'm still trying to figure out the formatting for all the episodes and how everything's gonna flow. Hope you guys liked it. Let me know, I'm trying to get better. First one's always the hardest, but I had a lot of fun making all this. I'm planning to keep doing it, and I'll see you guys next time.